The market chops around at heavy resistance. Is it time for a pullback? This is Invest with Jacob. Okay, guys, so in yesterday's video, we talked about the fact that the market had reached heavy resistance and we should be looking for a pullback from around this area. And so far, the market continues to chop sideways as it consolidates at heavy resistance. So now the question is, are we ready for a pullback, or are the bulls going to push even further? I'll get into that in just one second. But first, if you're new here, welcome to the show, guys. My name is Jacob Gabbard, and this is Invest with Jacob, where we use Elliott Wave Theory to break down the SP 500 and the NASDAQ. I highly encourage you to hit that subscribe button down below so that you can get our daily S&P updates, our trade setups, and our buy alerts. All right, guys, as always, before we jump into the charts, I do want to go over the results of the indicator. It absolutely killed yesterday, and I will be live streaming today at 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we're going to go over the indicator, how it works, use it live on YouTube. Come check that out with us. We'd love to have you over there. Now, let's jump into the charts and take a look. Okay, guys, so here we are on the 5-minute SPY chart in TradingView. Now, if you're new here, we created our own custom indicator for TradingView only. And you can see it on the screen here. It's called IWJ Pivot Point Pro. And what it is it's a price action forward-looking indicator as opposed to most indicators which look backwards. They look for moving average crosses or RSIs or things like that that are too late to the game. By the time they've switched to bullish or bearish, the market has already made its move and you're left behind. As you're going to see today, this indicator absolutely crushes. It crushes over time. It crushes on swing trades. It crushes on day trades. It can be used on any stock or index, and it can be used on swing or day trading. Now, it is TradingView only, so you do have to have a TradingView account. And if you don't have one, I have a link when you sign up for the indicator that will get you a discount on that account. Now, you can see here we're in TradingView. We're on the SPY 5-minute chart. Again, this is what we use for day trading, but you can use this for Apple or NVIDIA or anything else. It's called IWJ Pivot Point Pro. You can see it right here. If I hit the eyeball, all the buys and sells go away. If I turn it back on, they come back. Now, we try to make this super simple. When it says buy, you buy the market. When it says sell, you sell the market. You get stops and everything else included. And it's absolutely killing. So today, we have our chart set up. And on the left in yellow here, this is the pre-market trading. On the right in blue, this is post-market trading. We don't trade anything that happens in that time frame. In fact, we only trade from the market open at 6:30 a.m. Pacific until 10 a.m. Pacific time, because after that, you can see it gets really choppy and uneven and you don't get a lot of great moves. So we only trade from 6:30 a.m. till 10 Pacific time. Okay, but you do need these after hours things on so that the indicator works properly. And as a side note, you do need real-time data for the NQ, the NASDAQ, and the ES, the S&P 500. So how did it do today? Well, we got this sell signal right here about half hour into the day, and this actually, even though it doesn't look like it, was a small winner. The sell signal came in up here on this top end of the bar a little bit, came all the way down to the 21. We took a small profit there and then got stopped out on the bounce. So it was a tiny winner. Now, tiny winners add up. They knock out your stop outs when you lose, and then your runners make money. And speaking of runners, we get another sell signal right at the top on the top bar, on a green bar at that, and then the market rips straight down from 617.83 down here to 616.04, and then we got stopped out on this bounce. So a nice runner, a nice win here. This is a really good trade. On this buy, same thing. We got the buy signal actually on this bar. You can see this in the live stream tomorrow, what I mean by that. Right at the end of this bar, it was saying buy, but it flipped over into this bar. At any case, we entered right at VWAP here at about 616.80. They ran it up to about 617.50. We took another small win here and got stopped out. So we're 3 for 3. Then we get this buy signal pretty much near the bottom after the pullback, and they run it up from 616.40 all the way back up to 618.08. Another beautiful runner. 4 for 4 with 2 runners. Absolutely killing it. The last trade of the day was our only loser. We got this sell signal. They did not quite push it down far enough. We missed our first take by about 3 cents here. It's kind of sad. We could have been 5 for 5, but that's okay. 4 out of 5 with winners and 2 runners, which make the small loser here not a big deal. And that's the whole point. The risk reward is made for you. The stops and buys are made for you. It's super simple to use. It is looking at 1,000 charts and all of that stuff. We make it easy. We take away all of those things and we put it all into one easy to use buy and sell indicator. When you're looking at all of those other screens, you're trying to look at the hourly time frame and the daily. This is computing all of that. It looks at 175 things, finds out what the most probable path is, and then enters you on that path. And then we give you the guidelines on when to take profit and how to do that and how to use it. So it's super simple, easy to use. Now, as you can see on the screen, Matt here, he is one of my paid subscribers. He chronicles all of our trades. We absolutely killed it again in June. We were up almost $5,000 for the month, trading 25 contracts on a 100K account. That's 5% or 4.75% if you round, if you just go with the numbers there. 4.75% for the month. Overall, you can see that we are about $34,000 of profit on this year. Last year, we were $35,000 of profit. So in those 18 months, we've made $70,000 on a 100K account. That's 70% on your money, guys. And what you can do, what we haven't done here, but what you can do is as your account grows, I traded 25 contracts because that fits our risk reward model. You can move that up now. You could be traded 35 contracts and making even more money. Guys, you can see on the screen, people are calling it a cheat code. People are taking off work because they're making so much money from this. I've had people let their wives stay home after getting pregnant because they are beating the market consistently and making money consistently for the first time ever. I want you to be a part of this, and here's how. There's a link down in the description. Go ahead and click that link. It'll take you right over to our website. Once you're there, go to our membership plans page. You're going to see my rooms. I'll talk about those later in the video as well as the live calls. But what we have is our trading view indicators, guys. It's $59 a month. You can pay for this entire year in one trade. We've had several traders say, oh my God, I've paid for the next 3 years of this in one trade. You get a 30-day money back guarantee. Here's the thing. I stand behind every single thing I do, and I tell everybody, just get the indicator and put it on your chart. You don't have to trade it, or you can paper trade it and just see how it does for a month. If you aren't making money and it's not doing what I say, then simply say, hey, this wasn't for me. I'd like my money back, and I will refund you. No questions asked. I might ask a question of why you didn't like it, but I'll still refund your money. I just want to get feedback. So no questions asked on, well, you have to keep it. So a 30-day money back guarantee, guys. For the year, you also get a 30-day money back guarantee. So if you want to get 2 months for free, right, you get a 2-month discount by getting it for the year. You still get 30 days to test it out, and that way you get a much better price. So you can do that as well. Guys, I want you to be a part of it. It is absolutely crushing and helping people beat the market, live their dreams, and make money so that they can do what they want to do. All right, now let's jump into the charts and take a look. From an overall standpoint, basically what we talked about yesterday and the day before, and really since way back here, we were expecting 62.18. They've pushed a little higher to 62.54 or 1382, so just a little bit of an extension, not a big one yet, but they are right now consolidating up here, and until they break down, pressure will be up. We would expect them to pull back to 61.60. That would be the shelf right here that they broke out of. If they break that, then we're looking lower. But we would expect them to pull back to the 1.0 and then push back up towards 6,300. However, if they are able to break back above the 62.50 level with any kind of force at all, 63.13 is next, and we should be looking for that pretty quickly. Basically, 6,300 on the SPX would be kind of where we're looking, because that 6,200 call wall on the SPX is very, very strong. So breaking above that would enforce positive gamma, hedging from the market makers, and 6,300 would come into focus very quickly. If they are not able to hold 61.60 or around there, they need to hold above 61.30 basically. If they get below that, then we would be probably looking at a choppy pattern higher for the rest of the summer before heading down in a ending diagonal type setup. And if they're not able to hold 59.67 or so, then it will depend on what kind of structure we have to the downside. Certainly is possible this can be an expanded B wave. That is not how I'm counting it currently, but if we see an obvious C wave to the downside get started, that's what we'd be looking at as an alternate, is this is a B wave. So put that on the back burner in case we do start to see an impulsive move down. That would be a warning sign to the bulls. But as of right now, we are still above major support. 61.60 is currently major support. Below that, they need to hold 61.30, or I'm sorry, yeah, 61.30. And if they can't hold that, then we would still be looking higher, just in more of a 3-wave pattern than a 5-wave pattern. And then again, if they break down below this low here, then the bulls need to start to worry a little bit based on structure. Over on the NASDAQ, we have the same basic concept here. You have a 1-2. We were looking for this 1-2 breakout. We got it. They hit the 1-3-8-2 and have turned down since then. We'd like to see them come down to 22,400. That would be the ideal target to the downside. Since we have hit the 1-3-8-2, that would be where we would expect them to hold. If they do break down below that, they really need to hold this 22,300 area, this high from right here on about the 11th. If they can hold that, then they can stay impulsive to the upside, and we'd be looking for 23.5 plus, possibly up to 24,000. If they cannot hold that to the downside, then we might be looking at kind of a 3-wave pattern higher into that 23,000 area, and that would be our alternate path. And then the back burner path, same as on the ES. This could, if you could see me, I'd be doing little quotation marks with my hands, could be an expanded B wave, and we'd look for a correction to the downside that was very strong and impulsive. If that's the case, we would want to see them break this set of lows right here at around 21,700. So pretty clear parameters right now. As long as they're above 22,409, this is bullish to 23,000 plus. A break of 22,409, and we start to look to the downside a little bit, either in the short term where we're going to get a spike down and then a finish off diagonal move, or they just break down and break below this support. If they do fail here, this would be a C wave starting. So you would look for a very sharp reversal off of this. So we would want to see them really start to sell strongly. As I mentioned earlier, July is bullish, the first 2 weeks especially, and then it starts to get a little softer in August. So everything points higher right now until they break support. I will be live streaming tomorrow and on YouTube, so make sure you join that. I'll be on at about 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time or 9 a.m. Eastern Time. We'll go through the indicator and be trading live, so make sure you guys join for that. Guys, if you love the information that I put out in these videos and you want real-time market updates from me, you need to check out investwithjacob.com. There's a link down in the description. Go ahead and click that link, and it'll take you right over to our website. Once you're there, check out our membership plans area. We have 2 incredible monthly plans, and they both come with a 7-day free trial. That's because I want you to get in there. I want you to make sure you love it and become part of the trading team before you ever spend a penny. You can cancel at any time. You literally have nothing to lose by checking us out. We also have our educational material. If you scroll down a little further on the page, you're going to see our indicators, which you saw in the first part of the video, and also our courses. We have our Trade Waves Academy course, and right now I am giving 50% off of this course if you get the yearly indicator. So if you buy the yearly indicator right now, you're getting 2 months for free on that, and then you get Trade Waves Academy 50% off. In Trade Waves Academy, we go over all of the things that are outside of Elliott Wave to put a complete package together. We go over market psychology, capital management. You can see all the modules here on the screen. Options trading basics, candlestick patterns, how to trade price action, bull and bear traps, how to identify market reversals, fib levels and why they're important, how to identify key support and resistance, and trade setups and proper risk reward. All of this comes inside of Trade Waves Academy. On top of that, you get our Elliott Wave for Beginners course included in this price, and you get the Advanced Elliott Wave for free included in this price. So for $497, you get all of those modules I just said, plus the Beginners course, plus Advanced Elliott Wave. It's an incredible deal, and you can get it for half off right now if you get the yearly indicator. Now, as I did mention, we do have our Advanced and our Beginners Elliott Wave courses. In our Advanced course, we're going through a lot of the things we're seeing on the charts right now. A lot of those things are the advanced fib levels, the diagonals, double and triple threes, flats, triangles, trading Elliott Wave, which right there, that is worth the price of admission. People don't understand that there's 2 paths and how do you trade them if there's up and down. It's because you trade setups, and there are very good setups in Elliott Wave Theory. You have to know how to spot them and trade them, and we talk about that here so that you can understand how to do this course. Now, I understand if this is too advanced. You can see, though, that our traders love it. But if you need to get started at the beginning, we have our Elliott Wave for Beginners online course. And this course is really helping traders understand a complex market in a way that makes sense. It's extremely confusing when good news makes the market go down, bad news makes the market go up. It stops at random places. You don't know what's going on. That's because the news cycles were garbage. Elliott knew this long ago. He knew that key levels mattered. It's not random, and it's you're able to find these key levels, and this is what gives you a huge advantage over the rest of the market. In this course, you get 25 videos where we go through your introduction. We have to introduce you to Elliott Wave Theory. We have to get your mindset right and give you the KISS method, how this works and why it works. It's very scientific based. People think it's just, oh, you just make a wave up. No, very scientific based. It's outstanding. Chart setup and tools. We go through all of your chart setups, every tool you need to use with Elliott Wave, how to use it and why we use it. And then the Elliott Wave for Beginners area where we go through each of the waves, how to find the key levels, how to understand impulsive and corrective waves, how to know where to get these measurements, the corrective depth theory, the theory of alternation, the pivot, everything you need to make sense of an irrational market. Now, the really cool thing about both of these courses is there's several ways to get them cheap or for free. You can get them both at a $37 discount with our Elliott Wave course bundle. You can get them for free in our Trade Waves Academy course. If you buy that, they are included in that course. Or if you just want to get them at a low monthly cost, you simply get one of our monthly rooms, as the Elliott Wave courses are included in this price. In our first room, the Invest with Jacob room, we give you all of your real-time market updates, all of your buy and sell alerts, all of your Elliott Wave questions are answered. The midday video that you watch in these calls, that's live for everybody in these rooms. And then you get the beginners and the advanced course included in this price. We trade the SPY and the QQQ, and we swing and day trade. So we do trade quite often in my room. Now, if you're looking for futures trading, individual stocks, income trading, and advanced trading, you need to check out PT's Throne Room. In there, you get everything you get in the Invest with Jacob room, as well as the individual stocks, the futures trading, his income trading method that just kills it, and his reduced risk binary method that gets you in at a cheap price, get you huge multiples on your money, and it's how he structures that trade that's so unique. That's why you get a 7-day free trial. He also started a challenge account where he put $4,000 into an account trading mini ES futures, showing you how to build a small account into a large retirement or savings account. Guys, we'd love to have you in these rooms so we can all make money together. Thank you for watching. We'll be back tomorrow with your next market update.